Here we are in one of the fastest growing areas, and truly there are developers and then there's quality developers. The Biltmore Property Group not only has taken a number of different projects where they see the canvas that is out there, but they look at that canvas and say, okay, how can we make that to be functional today, be attractive to those that want to come and visit, but yet at the same time restore the history and integrity of a community, and that's something that you don't find each and every day.
Unlocking value, the defining strategic concept that drives every decision, every project at the Biltmore Property Group. 10 Brook Street in historic Biltmore Village, once home to workers at George Vanderbilt's Biltmore estate before transitioning to gas stations and auto repair shops. For most, an eyesore with serious environmental problems. For Biltmore Property Group, an opportunity to create a unique retail environment in a prime location. To apply creative solutions to solve practical problems. To unlock value.
They believe in developing not just a building, but a shopping experience. The Brook Street property is probably one of the best examples where they take an underperforming property and they redevelop that property. We actually raised the building and put the parking underneath. That was a unique solution. One of the key things about Brook Street was that we were able to put office on top. And one of the things is buildings needed to be two-storied. But it also worked for the performer, because here you create the national retailers, but we had enough parking for a second level, so why not office space?
The result? 80,000 square feet of exceptional retail and office space that blends seamlessly with the fabric of the historic district. A signature property that attracted national retailers. 100% of the retail space was occupied when 10 Brook Street opened, proving that BPG's commitment to quality creates high-end projects that attract high-end retailers that generate high returns. Biltmore's strategy of creating real estate projects from the retailer's perspective works, as occupancy rates at 10 Brook and other BPG projects throughout the South consistently exceed industry averages.
They look at things like a retailer looks at things. When you talk about promotions, when you talk about signage, when you talk about working hours, when they approach a development, they don't think of it as a hit-and-run project. The Biltmore Group's unique because they're looking for things that make money. I mean, these guys are capitalists. Clearly, they're capitalists. But they're looking for things that will stand the test of time.
Biltmore School, a gift to the community by the Vanderbilts, designed by iconic Asheville architect W.H. Lord. After sitting empty for years, several development efforts failed before BPG purchased it out of foreclosure and focused on creating Class A medical and office space designed to fit the tenants' needs instead of the other way around.
These guys can see value in properties that other people can't see. As you walk through the building, you'll see existing wood floors that were left and refurbished, exposed old brick walls. We added 2 towers to the building that included the new elevators and stairways, so we didn't have to get into the structural integrity of the old building. The Biltmore Property Group is very concerned about the end product and the quality of it.
They focused on making the exterior historic, keeping that character that the buildings always had, what you see from the street. But then they made it a modern facility inside. That made the building extremely efficient.
The result? An award-winning renovation. BPG successfully fast-tracked the project so Carolina Internal Medicine, the primary tenant, could occupy its space within 5 months of signing. By redesigning existing corridors and adding a floor to what was the auditorium, BPG added 25% more usable space, thus significantly maximizing revenue. And within 12 months, the project was 100% occupied.
They really do understand retail, and that location is the key factor. It's always going to be a challenge because of their strategy, because of the idea that they're going to go into what is an underperforming, a tired property and redevelop it, and it's usually in a very high-performing community. So their buildings are typically unique. They look at a building long term. They're not in and out, we're going to develop it and it's disposable.
Western Plaza in Knoxville, close to the University of Tennessee, downtown and adjacent to an exceptionally affluent neighborhood. A 1950s strip center, a redevelopment challenge with unique potential and over 200,000 square feet of leasable space. BPG is focused on maximizing returns by creating a classic, yet fresh and modern lifestyle center in a prime location, which will retain high-end existing retailers while attracting similar national players, as the entire center converts from a Class C to a Class A asset.
These guys are visionaries. They can see the value in a property that other developers either can't see or don't want to take the time to deal with. Western Plaza is an underutilized center that's got great potential. It's in a fabulous location. Average income per family is over $150,000 a year. But the center's tired and it needs to be redressed. And so with some renovations and modifications, it's going to be as if it was a brand new center.
I think they're a really powerful team, and they're all about communication. Absolute professionalism, absolute integrity. They kind of start with the end in mind for a retailer. Before they build a project, they have to believe that it's ultimately going to be successful for the retailer. And I think that's an inherent advantage.
The Biltmore Property Group, the South's leader in redeveloping challenging sites, thus creating high-end projects that attract high-end tenants that generate exceptional results.